Divine Vibrators, how are you all feeling today? I hope you are spending some time with the nature. This side, it has been a beautiful day with a beautiful downpour. Received some thunderstorms, lightning. It's still beautiful to look out the rainbow. I hope you also watch that. Divine Vibrators sending you all love and light. All the manifestations are coming along the way. Take them with the gratitude. Feel the gratitude for what you have, and also be grateful for what you don't have, because the universe knows what you need rather than what you want. Because all these, your list, your bucket list or your tank list contains only what you need. There may be one or two that you actually need. So Divine Vibrators, how to be in the compassion state in your family and why. This topic that we are going to do today is actually going to help you to become the greatest version. Why? Being compassionate, I know in this materialistic life that in today's world that we actually live in, we are always attached to the family. However, there is a question that you should answer yourself. Are you compassionate towards them? Or the attachment you're having with them? Probably your answer will be the attachment. Are you compassionate 24/7 with them? And why are we talking about being compassionate in your family? The basic thing to become the divine, to vibrate in the divine, to reach the God source, the creator source, the light particle, to reach the light particle, to reach the enlightenment state, the wisdom that we all acquired from us. Everything states that the first prior quality is that you should be in a compassion state. You should practice the compassion. Because in today's world, the matrix has taught you and also has taught me not to be to that extent of compassion. Why? Because if you be compassion, you will lose yourself, you will lose your value, you will lose your family, your environment, your value and everything. That's what the matrix has taught you and me. But my question is, are you really compassionate to your family at least? What we preach here to reach the divine source, the easy ladder that you can climb up, the only ladder that you can climb up is the compassion. But the question is, how well you are in the compassion state when you are in the outside of your environment. Maybe that could be feeling an easy task. Then you start to practice compassion. When you hear the actual truth, the absolute truth for your life, for the fuel of your souls and everything, it may seem like, okay, let me practice this compassion mode and become the greatest version of yourself. But the thing is that when you start to practice them in your family environment, it's a total mess. You cannot be a compassionate person when it is actually with your family. Do you know why? Pause. Think for a while. So did you think for a while? Why can't you be so compassionate with your family members? You know one thing, once if you start a thing with your family, it is like going to get evolved in the outside. But in this case, when we talk about the compassion, it's very hard to maintain that compassion more in a family. Why is the reason is, you know well about them. The minus, the plus, the positive, negative, their history, their geography, their scientific mood swings, everything you know about them. That's the reason you cannot practice the compassion when you are about to apply that mode in your family environment, because you know well about it. So when they will be in an anger mode, when they will laugh, when they will cry, when they will wish to have something, when they want to go out, when they did the mistakes and when they will commit the mistake, you will be able to predict also. Some type of people can be predicted well when they will jump to the other side of committing mistakes. They cannot be loyal. There will be so many arguments. They start to argue when their line of peace mode is being touched. Everything. So you know well about them, at least to an extent, you know about them. So that's why it's very hard to practice compassion in your family environment. But the thing is, if you start practicing the compassion in your family, it's not the love, it's not the attachment that you need to practice. Please be clear what is meant by compassion. You should flow in love without any expectation 2-4-7. I know it's very hard, at least for some amount of us, say suppose like 8 hours a day or 12 hours a day, at least partition of the day you should practice the compassion in your family members in order to become the greatest version of yourself in this lifetime and receive the moksha. For what? You have to apply it outside of your environment, the compassion mode. So in order to achieve there, you should start practicing inside of yourself. Be compassionate for yourself and be compassionate with your family, and then extend that environment to the outside. And one day you will know what will happen in your life. The remaining is the gift part of your life. You start compassion. Initially it will be very hard to practice it. To be honest, you will be like in a triggering point. How can I stop my anger mode if somebody triggers my anger mode? See, that time you just need to understand everybody and everything is you. This is actually huge truth. Just sharing it with a line. I don't know how far you're able to get the point. Everything is you and you are everything. Okay? And everything is energy and energy is everything. So even though if they are triggering you and if you are going to trigger in back, then they will be triggered in back, and all the wrong mode, vibration, high statement you will be executing in your life at that moment, and that what you are vibrating in that moment will be getting manifested in some parts of your life, and you will not know why have this happened. But the thing is that you actually have vibrated in that mode way back. So it's all a connecting one. That's why you have to stop your mind. You have to stop your mind, follow your heart. It's not that easy task, but when you start to flow in this flow, they will take in charge. Doesn't mean that you cannot even practice this compassion mode in your family. See, you can do it. It started right now. There is nothing called a divine timing. Everything is divine and every second is a divine. So start it now. Right? Decide if a kid is sitting there, or if your wife is sitting there, your mother is sitting there, your husband is sitting there. Just start it right now. You know well about them. Why don't you be in a compassion mode and forgive, or you just like the other thing that you are actually thinking of yourself is that you know everything, and I got enlightened. You say you're not supposed to do this and you're not supposed to think like that and everything. Because why? This statement, I know. So that ego part comes up and it pops up and it clashes out everything. It crashes down your ladder of becoming the greatest version in this life world too. So that is also a point. Remember, you are not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Please understand, in this planet there is nothing called to be perfection. Perfection may be the 5 elements of the nature. The nature is perfect, of course. Yes, definitely not you or me. No. you question yourself how far and how good are you at doing something like, at a full scale of perfection, how much will you mark? So if you're going to take it above 6 and all, it's a joke for me. So rate it properly. So the other side of the family members also is the same way. They are also not perfect. You're also not perfect. Take it in that aspect. Just because that you got the wisdom doesn't mean that you need to be like, you know what, who am I? Don't deal the opponent in that way, because the opponent is also you and you are the one who's speaking. So it's very deep. Just we are hitting up in a line. Take out that I know everything and place it that everything is you. I know how loyal will be to your need, to your want, to your list. I know you love yourself, you will be showing compassion, say for yourself at many a times. Why don't you show them to the opponent who is actually the version of you, the mirror reflection of yours only is opposite side. You will not know. That's why we always say stop and just look. This is a tip that we really need to share today for the family, the materialistic life in today's world. So for a better understanding, we will dive deep still more in the following videos. So share and subscribe and hit the bell button aside, and please make a daily visit on this channel that you are hitting the new videos that we are receiving from Hyalian, and you also become the greatest version of yourself in this life to receive the moksha. Be grateful and tap to the gratitude mode. Always you will be seeing the keys mode vibrating inside as soon as when you say I'm grateful for everything that I have in this time. Even if you don't have, you cannot say you have the breath. If some people did not make it today and you made it today, so something you have to make it. Why don't you become the greatest version in this lifetime itself? It's very easy to be in this lifetime because this world is undergoing beautiful monumental changes. The planet is undergoing and we are in a beautiful era. So you can become the greatest version. You can go to the light particle, become the light particle because you are the light, we are the light. Oneness with the light is very easy in this time period. Make use of it. Don't while away the time just sitting in front of the data connection. Have a beautiful, marvelous connection with the nature. Mother Nature is always there to support you. Remember. Stay peaceful, spread peace.